Hello, it's April from April's Home, and today I thought I would share with you what we had for dinner. These are some dinner ideas, things that we've made for dinner over the last few weeks, and I thought that I would go ahead and share those with you. So this is our first meal. Tonight for dinner we had our family dinner. This is one of our family's favorite little casseroles, a tater tot casserole, just really basic with hamburger, cream and mushroom soup, a little cheese and sour cream, and then topped with tater tots. And then we had a side of peas and carrots and grapes, and the cookies that I made, I will show you in the next clip. The cookies that I made for our family weekend dessert are called Big Fat Cookies. I will go ahead and link the recipe below for that. So that's tonight's dinner: tater tot casserole, peas and carrots, grapes, and cookies. Tonight for family dinner night's dessert, we are having Big Fat Cookies. I did film this recipe quite a while ago. I will go ahead and link that below. But this is family dinner night's dessert, Big Fat Cookies. They're very easy. They're made with a cake mix, 2 eggs, half a cup of water. You mix that up, drop it onto parchment sheets, and then sprinkle the top with chocolate chips. And you can do that with any cake mix flavor. I've made this with cherry chip cake, spice cake, lemon cake, chocolate and yellow cake mix. That's what I have here. So Big Fat Cookies for dessert tonight. I also thought that I would point out I made a special batch here, a little tiny batch. They're a little bit smaller and they have no chocolate chips in them. These are for my grandson. He likes to sit and nibble on little things while we're eating our family dinner. It's really, really cute. He's just learning how to eat his solid foods and things like that. So I thought I would make him up a batch. They're really, really soft and airy, and with no chocolate chips, they should be pretty easy for him to enjoy. Tonight for dinner, we are having Italian sausage with penne pasta and marinara sauce with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and an Italian blend of veggies. Sometimes this is also called California blend, but it's basically broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, and it's one of the most common veggies that we love to have. We eat this a couple of times, maybe even 3 or 4 times a week. I love getting in the broccoli and carrots, and I enjoy cauliflower as well. So it's one of our favorites. So that's tonight's dinner: Italian sausage, penne pasta with marinara sauce, and veggies. Tonight for dinner we are having layered nachos. How I make those is in a pan I layer a layer of refried beans and then some cooked hamburger, and then I alternate with some corn and black beans and salsa and cheese, and I layer that with the bottom layer only being the refried beans, but then I layer all the rest of the ingredients, and when it's all done being layered, I bake it for about 25 minutes. When it's all done, I put it in the oven for about 25 minutes until the cheese melts and it heats through, and then we scoop up some of that and serve it with chips and salsa, and also sour cream and black olives and green onions. So that's tonight's dinner: layered nachos. Tonight for dinner we are having a pasta bake. This is just a penne pasta baked with some marinara sauce, some ground cooked hamburger, and cheese. It's one of our favorite pasta bake recipes, and we're having that with some peas and carrots. So tonight's dinner: pasta bake with peas and carrots. Tonight for dinner we are having honey baked lentils, cornbread, and sausage. This is the Adele's pineapple bacon sausage. I thought it would go good with the honey baked lentils and cornbread. I have filmed the recipe for these honey baked lentils. That should be posted by the time I film what we had for dinner here. So that is tonight's dinner: honey baked lentils, cornbread, and sausage. For our Sunday family dinner this week, we had pulled pork sandwiches. I cooked a pork shoulder in the crock pot all day, and then we served that on buns. It's topped with some barbecue sauce and some homemade coleslaw, and we served it with chips and a little raspberry jello salad for a nice, easy family Sunday dinner. So that was our family dinner night dinner: barbecue pulled pork sandwiches with coleslaw, chips, and raspberry jello salad. Tonight for dinner we had leftover pulled pork turned into sweet and sour pork over rice. So for family dinner night we had a pulled pork sandwiches from a pork shoulder that I cooked in my crock pot all day with the leftover pulled pork. I added a little barbecue sauce, soy sauce, and some pineapple tidbits, as well as some bell pepper strips and onions, and cooked that until the veggies were heated through, and served it on a bed of rice. This is one of our favorite ways to enjoy our leftover pulled pork. So that's tonight's dinner: sweet and sour pulled pork over rice. Tonight for dinner we are having cheesy potato and ham casserole with veggies. I made this very similarly to how I make my cheesy hash brown casserole. Instead of using shredded hash browns, I used potatoes O'Brien hash browns and mixed that up with cream of chicken soup, sour cream, cheese, and then of course ham and some green onions, and serve that alongside veggies. So that's tonight's dinner: cheesy ham and potato casserole and veggies. Tonight for dinner we are having a chef salad. I've arranged some meats and cheese and different veggies as well as some hard-boiled eggs on top of a bed of lettuce, and we're having those with brown and serve breadsticks. So that's tonight's dinner: chef salad and breadsticks. Tonight for dinner we are having a pork loin roast with mashed potatoes and gravy made from the pork drippings and corn. This is one of our favorite dinners that we make with the Costco pork loin roast that we buy in a 4-pack at Costco. It's just a nice, easy, delicious meal. I season the pork with a little bit of chicken Montreal and add in a little water, cover it with foil, and then bake it in the oven until it's ready to go. So that's tonight's dinner: pork loin roast, mashed potatoes, homemade gravy, and corn. This was our family dinner night dinner. We had an end of summer barbecue. We made hamburgers and hot dogs. I made deviled eggs, jalapeno poppers, and a pasta salad, and some Jell-O with some mandarin oranges, and we served some chips. We decided to try out the new Lay's flavors. So we got the Carnitas Street Taco Wavy Lay's flavor as well as the Philly cheesesteak flavor, just for a little fun family treat to go along with our barbecue. I will go ahead now and insert some clips of some of the food that I served at our family dinner night. In addition to our barbecue, we also had a small charcuterie with some fresh cherries and things like that. So I'll go ahead and insert those clips now. So that was our fun family dinner night. We had a nice summer barbecue with all the fixins and a lot of yummy side dishes. Tonight for dinner we are having hand pies and salad. I actually made a big double batch today so we'd have plenty for leftovers and lunches. I made one variety with sausage and potato filling, flavored with some bell peppers and onions, and then I made another one with hamburger instead of sausage, also with potatoes, but peas and carrots. And I added a little gravy to each of those as well. So that's tonight's dinner: hand pies and salads. Tonight for dinner we had Hamburger Pinwheels with a cream of mushroom soup gravy and green beans. This is a very easy recipe. I used the crescent dough sheets, and it is filled with hamburger flavored with onions and cheddar cheese. So that's tonight's dinner: Hamburger Pinwheels with gravy and green beans. Tonight for dinner we are having sweet and sour meatballs on rice. I made this with a can of pineapple tidbits, a few bags of the bell peppers and onions, and then I added a little bit of tomato sauce, some barbecue sauce, teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, and brown sugar until I got the flavor just right, and then I thickened the sauce with a little bit of cornstarch and water. So we have a really nice sweet and sour sauce here with lots of pineapple and bell peppers, and I cooked up a bag of the little party-sized meatballs from Trader Joe's and stirred that into the sauce and served it on a bed of white rice. So that's tonight's dinner: sweet and sour meatballs over rice. Tonight for dinner we are having a homemade pizza. I did just use the refrigerator pizza dough, but then I topped it with some olive oil and some garlic, fresh pressed garlic, and Italian herbs. I sliced up a bunch of big chunks of mozzarella, put that on top with some kale from the garden, some roasted little chicken pieces, as well as some thinly sliced red onions. These are red onions that were grown in my father and mother-in-law's garden. They grow really wonderful onions every year. These are very good, tasty little red onions. So that is just some nice simple toppings there for our pizza. That's the way we like it. I am not a huge fan of the red sauce-based pizzas. I love just a nice olive oil or Alfredo base. And this pizza looks really delicious. So we're gonna have this with some fruit tonight for dinner. So that's tonight's dinner, homemade chicken mozzarella pizza with some yummy veggies from the garden. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some of the dinners that we had this past month, and I hope that you got some good ideas for dinners of your own. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.